Hey.
Guess what? I was just talking to that kid Jojo.
You mean that guy from the corner that smells like a meth lab?
The very same. Well, he just sold me one of the biggest undisclosed mysteries of our generation.
Justin Bieber's actual gender?
The My Chemical Romance Lost album. You mean the one that they scrapped before they did Danger Days? The very same.
So he let you listen to it before you bought it?
Psh, no, I didn't listen to it. I was way too excited to come back here and show you. Okay, there goes nothing.
This is the Backstreet Boys' lost album, isn't it?
I think it is. Hey, I'm Jess of WreckedRadio, and this Thursday, some of your favorite bands are spilling the details on their newest albums. First off, My Morning Jacket is telling us about how they've dumped the studio, the big studios that they used for their last album, and they are moving to a more low-tech location in Kentucky. It is so down-to-earth that you can even hear birds chirping in the background. And for Owl City, you can see a track-by-track detail list about what's coming up on all things bright and beautiful. We even now know that Lights will be guest starring on this CD. And hey, remember that MCR album that, was scrapped during those few years that MCR was trying to make Danger Days? Well, if you thought you were never going to hear it, think again! Because Frankie Arrow, in an interview, stated, "Right now, they are just for us, but I actually did have this idea when we were making the record. I said, I have this great idea that we should record 2 records and release one and put the other away in the vault, so when the band breaks up, so it would be the last MCR record ever." Bad news, we have to wait till they break up to hear it. And yesterday, Panic at the Disco released a short film about the Overture, and it included a couple snippets of songs that might be on Vices and Virtues. This video included their same old-timey vintage theme, and it also included a metaphor about kind of overcoming hurdles, which reflects the band's history. But what did you guys think about it? Well, I asked you on WreckedRadio.net. And this is what you had to say. Joey is so cool answered, "The music is a lot poppier than the sound we're familiar to, but I'm glad that they're back to having the characteristics they used to." Paramore07 answered, "A good way to tell what they went through. It was funny when they had to get through those obstacles. Also, I could help but notice that I think they used Paramore's Brand New Eyes frames during the dancing. I also noticed them in Ballad of Mona Lisa." Interesting. And Saffron Junkie said, "Weird, very strange." For Envy of the Coast, you can now watch a new mini documentary of the band, and Simple Plan has given an announcement video to us that talks about their June 21st release of their newest CD. Speaking of updates, Oceana now has a new studio update where they are actually rehearsing for a new song that we haven't heard yet. So if you want a new tune preview of Oceana, you can go listen to that and watch it. This past week, the Sounds have released 30-second clippies from their new album, Something to Die For. And Shiny Toy Gunz have released a new song called The Sun, which is out for free download. Also in streaming, Dance Gavin Dance and The Color Morale are streaming their entire albums on Rise Records' YouTube page. Finally, Patrick Stump is interviewed by The Gunz Show. And the most interesting thing he had to say, though, he talked about the new album and, details about the future of his career. He also stated, and it went a little bit like this, he kind of said, "Let me say this on your show, guys." And they were like, "Yeah, what?" And he explained that Fall Out Boy never broke up. I'm sorry, I'm thinking that somebody told you so. But yeah, Patrick Stump explained that people will come up to him and say, "Love the new stuff, glad to hear you're doing well, Patrick, but too bad Fall Out Boy broke up," and he just responds, "But they didn't." In a sense, he explained that Fall Out Boy The members of Fall Out Boy are going their separate directions right now, but that does not mean they're not going to come back together and work as they normally do at a later date. Last week in tour news, I gave you guys a big list of the spring kickoff of stuff, even though some of them are past spring, but you get the point. So I'm going to do that again. You can go to WreckedRadio.net again and see dates for Matt and Kim, Sufjan Stevens in the UK. We are the in-crowd tagging along with Mayday Parade, and a day to remember with UnderOath. Releases for this week include Dance Gavin Dance, Downtown Battle Mountain 2, The Color Morale, My Devil in Your Eyes, Aiden, Disguises, and Funeral for a Friend, Welcome Home, Armageddon. Hope you guys had a nice week. Hope it's nice where you are. I'm having fun here. It's pretty eventless, except for today, actually. I'm going to New York. So I will talk to you guys later. New vlog on the other channel by this time. Peace, love, rock and roll. Or I mean the American Hogwarts. That's what I made it to be. My own little fantasy world. My next really interesting thing is this book. It's called